are crooners.
Yeah.
And especially grown folk.
Yeah.
God bless them, that they're doing their thing. But, Justin Bieber, bless his heart, I got shoes older than him.
Can he croon?
No, he can't croon. They do their thing. They dance around. But we need women like me.
Mm-hmm.
Those of us who can go buy the records, can go buy the CDs.
Amen.
We want a crooner. We want somebody that can sing a love song where we can understand the words and the lyrics. Now, as a singer, are you also a writer?
I am a writer. I wrote my first album in 2004 called Love Goes On, and it was just kind of, me looking inside myself, looking at the experiences that I have had and discovering love and losing love and going through the whole drama of falling
so
in
you've
and
been
falling
had your
out.
house ripped out your chest and slammed up across the street too.
Well, sometimes that happens unbeknownst to you, and you realize, wow.
Wait a minute. You thinking you got something going on, and it's like, wait a minute, what happened
Exactly.
there? Wait, what? What you mean you don't like me?
Yeah.
I'm too lovable for you not to like me. What is wrong with you?
So, I think that happens to most of us. And, certainly I've had my experience in it and wrote about it on my first CD.
So now when you're writing from experience, I've written 3 books, and I know how difficult that is to just peel yourself back the many layers and to put that down and then to put it to music where people can hear it over and over. What's your process, and how raw do you allow yourself to be?
When I first started to write, it is it can be touchy because you when you think of music and entertainment, you think of this engine and this image and all of these things that go into it. And for me, the process at the beginning was really allowing myself to just be expressed. Mm-hmm. And then when you go in the studio and you get behind the microphone and everybody's listening, you're really being vulnerable, when you're sharing that. Mm-hmm. And so the process for me in the beginning was to write everything down and then try to interpret it in a way that it would be appealing to a broad audience. And, that was, 10 or 15 years ago. And now when I write, I really just allow myself to be expressed. Mm-hmm. I'm beyond the looking good. And I know that...
No, you are not beyond the looking good.
Well, in my mind...
He's very modest. He's being very modest. Mm-mm.
The looking good of I want to look a certain way. I realize that we're all unique. We're all individuals. And my expression is an experience that most people have experienced. Mm-hmm. And probably everyone has experienced. So what I understand now is in my writing, if I can allow my experience to come through, it's going to impact and help someone. Through what I've gone through.
Is that what you want to do?
Absolutely. My possibility in life is unity, acceptance, and love.
He said, I love that, your possibility in life. That's beautiful. Because we don't have enough unity. We're certainly not getting enough love. And what's the other one? Acceptance.
Yeah.
Now, why do you feel like you weren't accepted?
Well, being in the South again, there's a lot of things. And, being a black man in the United States, born in the 70s, in the South, the population of my town was about 10,000 people.
So everybody knew your business.
Everybody knows you. Everybody sees you.
LaMont.
There's the train tracks you have. The blacks on one side and the whites on the other side. So for me, that kind of when you grow up in that type of environment, you create stories in your head. Mm-hmm. Like, what does that mean? Like, why are we on this side and
why they're on that side?
You ponder these things. So when you think about acceptance, you have to figure and ask yourself, what is true acceptance? And I think you get that when you get to a place of loving yourself. Mm-hmm. Realizing that you're not defined by the lifestyle that you're born into or the culture that you're born into. You just are. And once you can really get that and love yourself, you're open to loving any and everybody else. Mm-hmm. And that's why it's a possibility for me. So, when we talk about not being accepted, I think people have a lot of stories about what that means. And what it means for me is just the experiences that I've had in having someone say something or do something in a story in my head that would say, wow, I'm not good enough. They didn't choose me because I'm not good enough. Mm-hmm. I didn't get the promotion on the job because I'm not good enough. I wasn't selected to sing in the group because I'm not good enough. And that is your own story of acceptance.
How did you get to a place where you got comfortable in your own skin to turn that you're not good enough off in your head, to be able to step into your own skin and step into your own purpose and be comfortable there?
Yes, get quiet. Mm-hmm. Get quiet. Really reflect on where you've come from. I'll be 38 next month.
Shut up.
And yes.
You will not.
Now,
I'm telling your mama. I'm telling your mama
that.
you walking around perpetrating that you go be 38
She
years old.
already knows.
Really? You have taken very good care of yourself.
Well, God is good.
Yes, He is.
Honey, Robert Wheat Sr. was a good-looking man.
Wait, because if you got other brothers and sisters. I heard you mention your sister.
I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters.
Now, where do you fall?
I am right in the middle.
Oh,
I split everything.
Shut up, Mother Love.